Good day, good day, good day, and welcome to another episode of Drew's Book Reviews. It is the end of August. The summer's coming to an end. The leaves are going to start changing color soon, if not already. We even got some changing color here already, so fall is on the way. Let's talk about what I read in the month of August. Stay tuned, that's coming up here on Drew's Book Reviews. Alright, let's talk about my August reads. So, I'm not reading nearly as many books as I used to in a given month. I am working 2 jobs now, so I just don't have the same amount of time to read. I do try to get at least an hour in a day, whereas usually I would average anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours a day reading time typically. But definitely I don't have as much time as I used to, so I'm not reading as many books as I used to in a given month, but that is okay. That is never the issue. And like I always say, it's not about how much you read, it's that you are reading. So I'm still enjoying a lot of these books, absolutely, and I'm no doubt I will continue to enjoy them, even if it does take a bit longer to get through my TBRs. So with that in mind, let's talk about it. And of course I'm reading a lot of bigger books as well, which just take longer to read in general. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about what I read in the month of August. And of course, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you about what you read in the month of August, or if you have a favorite read for the month of August as well. First one I'm going to mention is, technically I included this in my last TBR video, or not, sorry, my last wrap-up video. I technically included this one, but I did technically finish it in the month of August on August 1st, but I counted it as read in July. So I just finished up Robin Hobb's Assassin Quest on August 1st. Loving this series, loving Robin Hobb's writing, and I'm loving Fitz and the Fool and everything about this. Just Fitz and his relationship, especially with his wolf companion, is just awesome. I love it. I love that dynamic that's there. Like so many of these books I'm reading, it just seems the wolf companion seems to be a very common thing. We got Fitz and his wolf here, of course, and we've got as well Night Eyes and Corbin from Faithful and the Fallen, which I'm going to be talking about in a little bit. And of course we got Perrin and Hopper from The Wheel of Time. The wolf companion thing just seems to be a common trope, but it's one that works really well. And at least in the series that I've read, as far as the wolf companions go, it's always been so well done, and I'm loving that aspect of it. I think that might be some of my favorite aspects of it, and I'm not usually someone that goes with the whole animal companion thing. I don't really think about it. I know lots of booktubers have done videos on their favorite animal companions, but it's just not something I ever really latched onto, so to speak. Not because I didn't enjoy it and didn't like it. I do enjoy that aspect of the series, but I never really thought about animal companions or which ones I love or don't love. But it always seems when it's the wolf companion and is just done awesome, at least in the books that I've read, and that's one of the things I'm really enjoying about that. So now moving on to the books that I actually finished this month, or not just started, but finished this month here in August. And really there's only 2 that I actually started in August and finished in August. So the first one is going to be The Howling Dark by Christopher Rocchio. So this is the second book in the Sun Eater series. Another series I'm absolutely loving. I love how it's a confessional voice about someone telling us their story of how they got to where they did. How things happen from their point of view. It's one of those stories where you know the end from the beginning. So it's not about what happens so much as how did we get there in the first place, and how our main character, Adrian Marlowe, started from high nobility to go all the way down and back to being the Sun Eater. And this so far is just such an awesome sci-fi epic. I would love to see that. This is one of those series that I would absolutely love to see adapted to the screen. I would love to see it turned into one of those epic sci-fi TV series that we've seen adapted. So Foundation, not even close to following the books, really more loosely based on the books, but still I think as a sci-fi show is really good. Or The Expanse. I would love to see this adapted into another sci-fi epic TV series, so maybe that'll happen one day, who knows. But overall, I'm really enjoying this series and the Sun Eater as all. The epic in scope, galactic spanning, conflict with an alien civilization, and the different cultures clashing, lack of understanding on both sides really, and just it's just so good. I am absolutely loving it. So the next book on this list that I actually finished in the month of August, technically I haven't finished it as of the day of filming, but there's still a few days left in August, which I fully expect to actually finish this book here this month in August, so I'm counting it, and that is going to be Valor by John Gwynne. This is the second book in the Faithful and the Fallen series. This is actually the viewer's choice pick from my previous Next 5 Reads video. So I'm going to be doing a video review on Valor, so make sure you do stay tuned from that, and subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when I put this out. And once I am done that Next 5 Reads, the 5 books in that, I'm going to be putting out another video with my Next 5 Reads beyond that, with your opportunity to vote on which of those Next 5 Reads you want to see a review on. But anyway, Valor is the one that I finished here in the month of August. So if you want to know my thoughts on this, you're just going to have to wait until the video, so make sure that you subscribe and come back and check that out. But this is the second book in the Faithful and the Fallen. I will say I think I'm enjoying this book more than the first book. I do like it better, so we'll just leave it at that. Well, and I'll say there's giants and clans and warfare. Some pretty cool stuff. But anyway, save my full thoughts on that for the actual video review. Now, in terms of what am I still working on, what are books that I am currently reading as of the day this video goes live? One of them is going to be, I'm currently continuing on my reread of The Sword of Truth, and I feel at this point here it is getting a bit better, kind of back to its original roots that made me love the series to begin with, I think. And definitely this book, this Sword of Truth book, not feeling as preachy as the other ones, and that is going to be Chainfire by Terry Goodkind. So this is the first of kind of a 3-book series set at the end of the main Sword of Truth story arc and series of books. And basically, Richard has lost Kaylin. Nobody remembers her. He's the only one in the world, it seems, that even knows of her existence, and everyone thinks he's delusional and crazy. So Chainfire is what I'm reading right now from the Sword of Truth for my reread. And it's interesting. I was thinking that, I was saying to my wife Marianne the other night that I would love someone to actually do an adaptation of the Sword of Truth, not like that old Legend of the Seeker TV show, but like a new adaptation of the Sword of Truth series. And if you take out the preachy aspects of it, and you take out the clear black and white lines, and just focus on the characters and the story, and what happens, Richard being taken from his Heartland woods after saving Kaylin, and figuring out magic, discovering who he really is, his heritage. And if you just follow the storyline there, and you actually just follow the events in the book without the preachy political, libertarian, crazy preachy stuff that you get in these books, I think that would actually improve the story in a lot of ways. And I think it would actually make for a better adaptation, a more enjoyable experience. And this is one of a few book series that I think I could actually say that you could improve upon it. But that's just my personal opinion. Maybe somebody disagrees with that if you've read this series. I don't know, you tell me in the comments, but those are just some of my thoughts on Sword of Truth. Specifically, I guess, and I'm currently reading Chainfire by Terry Goodkind. And the last book, so this is a book that I started just towards the end of August, so I'll probably finish it up sometime in September. That's going to be Jim Butcher's Captain's Fury. This is the last book from my last Next 5 Reads vid. So once I'm done reading this, I'll be creating another Next 5 Reads video where you can vote on which one to read. But Jim Butcher's Captain's Fury is the next one on the list for me to read as far as the Next 5 Reads. And I started reading this here in the month of August. So we'll see how long it takes me to get through this and finish it in the month of September. But I'm definitely looking forward to it, because so far I've enjoyed pretty much everything Jim Butcher's put out. Now, I do think his Dresden Files books are far better than these ones here, the Codex Illyria, but these are still an enjoyable and fun read. So those are my thoughts. Those are my books that I've read here in the month of August, or finished, currently reading, the whole thing. That's my August here for reading. And what else have I done in August book related? Well, I started rewatching The Wheel of Time Season 1. Now, I know a lot of people aren't that interested or didn't really enjoy the first season of Season 1. There were a lot of criticisms, and I think many of them were absolutely valid with some of the criticisms that came out with regard to Season 1 of The Wheel of Time. but I still enjoyed it quite a bit as a fantasy series. And I started going back and rewatching season 1 before season 2 premieres on September the 1st. So I guess that would be the day after this video goes out, as it is planned to go out August 31st, assuming that everything goes as planned. But in any case, September 1st is the release of season 2 of Wheel of Time, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they've improved, what they've changed. I know that the showrunners, Rafe Judkins, and the showrunners have really taken the feedback they got from the fan base, and they want to do better, and they want to improve upon that. So I'm really hoping to see season 2 really do much better with the adaptation, and to not just make a fantasy TV series for people who are not fans of the books, but also one that the fans could really get behind. And I'm really hoping for that, because I did enjoy season 1. Despite its flaws, despite the changes that were made, I really enjoyed season 1. And no book series is going to be perfectly adapted, although some are better adapted than others, admittedly. But those are just some of my thoughts for the upcoming here. And maybe once I've finished watching season 2 of Wheel of Time, I'll talk a little bit about my thoughts behind season 2. But anyway, that is my month of August when it comes to book and bookish related things. So let me know down in the comments how your month of August has gone. I'd love to hear from you. And, I do want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all you who subscribed. Really appreciate it. You can join me over on Discord. You can follow me on Bookstagram and Threads. I'll have that link below. You can join Hardcover, a social network for book nerds, kind of like Goodreads, but I think better in a lot of ways. I don't spend a lot of time on Hardcover, but I do enjoy using the site, and I do want to thank you all for watching and enjoying this video if you've gotten this far. And as always, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of Drew's Book Reviews. Until then, keep on reading. Bye!